Hey there, it's Michelle DeHaa from Atensity. After working with large government agencies and enterprises for a number of years around listening to the voice of the customer, we found that companies are really interested in understanding what customers are saying, both customers that speak directly to the organization via emails and calls, and what customers are saying online. And what's been growing in importance in the area of voice of the customer is being able to really track, analyze, monitor, and even respond to customer conversations online. We've seen a huge rise in the number of citizens and customers that have actually gotten online and talked about topics, asked each other about product opinions, asked for technical help, made comments and posted questions to the company for response or for their consideration. What's really hard about it is not just understanding the issues and getting to the root cause, which is what our Voice of the Customer application does, but it's in helping organizations get their arms around being able to actually take action on some of these interactions. And as blog postings and Twitter postings grow exponentially every single day, it becomes more and more of a challenge for organizations to deal with. And so I'm going to show you a little example of our response management application and how it can actually help companies route conversations that they're having online by customers to people inside the organization who are used to interacting with customers, people inside the contact center. So what you're looking at here is actually an example of a blog, actually a web forum thread or set of threads around Mercer County in New Jersey. And you'll see there's hundreds, even thousands of threads that go on every single day around certain topics that are of interest to the citizen. If you also have a look, say, at Twitter and some of the conversations that are taking place just on Mercer County as an example, you see there's a lot of things that people in the government offices there could respond to. Well, how do they know what the priority is, and how do they organize and manage and route these conversations to people who can actually answer them? So enter Atensity Response Management, and all the work we've been doing over the years around voice of the customer is now translating into a way that companies can actually take action on that work. And what you're looking at is our application that is deployed across contact centers fairly broadly, where inbound messages, emails, chats, SMS messages, text messages are typically routed to agents who have experience in a particular area or set of topics so that they can then respond to that customer. And the application includes a deep knowledge base that contains suggested answers to specific questions and areas of interest. Well, now we're able to actually watch the web for those companies and those government agencies as well. And in this case, we're watching different forums and blogs for conversations. And then we're using our classification technology and our natural language and semantic technology to organize, classify, queue, and then route those conversations to the appropriate person in the contact center so that they can take part and help maybe answer a question or comment on something that might be untrue or might require more information, and that would be best provided by either that company or that government agency. So in this particular example, let me show you. I'm having a look at the inbound queue, and I see a number of different conversations that are taking place about Mercer on the forum, on Twitter, and a number of other places. And I see one's been assigned to me. So let's go and have a look at that one. I can see that this particular citizen was talking about layoffs that were happening in the county and wanted to really understand how far the layoffs were going to go. And this would typically go unnoticed, but in this case it was actually queued into somebody who works in the county, and a set of templates were provided to that worker based on the content that was in the particular post. So our engine was able to actually parse out this content, understand what it was about, and suggest some responses back to the agent. In this case, the county, no layoffs. In fact, there's a response specifically about layoffs. Currently, there are no layoffs in Mercer County. Due to the current financial crisis, we're looking at ways to save costs, but those measures won't involve layoffs. So actually, let me go ahead and add that to an answer. And let me go ahead and respond directly to the post. So the application will fill in the answer And then we'll also allow you to respond. It'll automatically log you into the forum, take your template, throw the answer in here. You can then preview and post it regarding the layoffs. So it gives you this nice closed loop way to participate in the forum without you having to spend the money to have people constantly monitoring the forums. It also allows you to appropriately route certain kinds of threads and conversations to a person who has experience in that particular area. And it allows you to take part in these many hundreds of thousands, in some cases millions, depending on the company and the conversation, threads about your products and services in a way that's scalable and that can be optimized. Hope that was of interest to you today, and give us a call if you want to talk more about Attend City products.